The book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Hawashai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. They scattered abroad amongst the heathen. Some look like the heathen. Beginning with 144,000 preachers, teachers, and prophets. Shalom. Yeah, and big payback coming. All right, real soon. Very, very soon. Trump scared. Putin. Xi Jinping. And what's the other one name? Kim Jong-un. Yeah, and Kim Jong-un. They met yesterday. And Trump scared, man. Hey, because Trump know that the big payback coming. And what America has done to all these countries is going to come back to America, man. All right? Hey, real quick. Nahum. My fault. Nahum 3. And yeah, in 19. It says, there is no healer of thy bruise, America. Thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit, the news or report of thee shall clap their hands over thee. Right? So as America continue to fall and eventually is going to fall and be destroyed by Yahweh, the angels, and Putin and the Cubs. All right? And NATO, they're going to destroy America too. It says, and the world is going to rejoice. It says, for upon whom has not thy wickedness passed continually? You see, so America did every nation wrong, man. Did everybody wrong. Okay? And now America, Trump, these Edomites, beginning with the elites, are terrified. All right, we're witnessing prophecy play out and form. Okay? It's right here, it says, one day ago, the Independent, Trump rages against Putin and Kim Jong-un for conspiring against the United States after a huge military parade. Right? Now, right here, CNN, right? It's CNN, right? Yeah, I believe it is. It says, it's September the 4th. And this year flew by, y'all. It says, China shrugged off President Donald Trump's warning that it was conspiring against the U.S. with Russia and North Korea when the leaders of the three states met in Beijing to attend a major military parade. Chinese Foreign Minister spokesperson Gao Jiakun said world leaders had been invited to attend Beijing's commemorations to mark 80 years since the end of World War II. The purpose was to join peace-loving countries and peoples in remembering history, honoring those who sacrificed their lives, cherishing peace, and looking to the future. Gao said at a press briefing on Thursday, September the 4th. So you see Trump scared, man. and Xi Jinping and Kim Jong-un and Putin's like, nah, man, we just, you know, celebrating our past ones that you killed. Hey, that really rubbed him, yo. Hey, that really hit his feelings. Hey, check this out. Trump knows America's gonna get paid back for what they done. And it's coming. Things coming quick. It's happening quick. Once this video play. There's like 7 people still left. Like 100.
This gathering here today holds a special significance.
Absolutely. The Tiananmen Wall Street sits right in the heart of the Chinese capital, with viewing platforms that can overlook the Tiananmen Square. 80 decades ago, World War II ended with over 100 million casualties among soldiers and civilians worldwide. Chinese casualties were more than 35 million. And today is about commemorating the victory in that war.
We were seeing veterans sitting there, and President Xi Jinping and international dignitaries are shaking hands with a 99-year-old veteran, 100-year-old veteran from the 8th Route Army, 94-year-old veteran from the 8th Route Army, 102-year-old veteran from the new 8th Route Army, and from South China Guerrilla Force, 100-year-old veteran from the Kuomintang.
You see? It says Donald Trump has accused Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, and Kim Jong-un of conspiring against the U.S. after the Chinese premier hosted his Russian and North Korea counterparts for a lavish military parade. You see, so now he's paranoid. Alright? He's paranoid. And these the big 3. Okay, the Medes being Russia. Okay? Then you got the allies, you know, which would be North Korea, China. You know, you go into the history and their relationship and what they're plotting prophecy. It says the Victory Day parade was held at Beijing's Tiananmen Gate to mark the 80th anniversary of Imperial Japanese defeat in 1945 and the end of the Second World War. And Putin and Kim was just some of the world leaders in attendance, much in the Americans' chagrin. Now look this word up right there. It's humiliation. Alright? Distress. Chagrin, distress, or embarrassment at having failed or been humiliated. That's the noun verb, feel distressed or humiliated. And this is how America caused these countries, these nations to feel, man. All right? It says the big question to be answered is whether or not President Xi and China will mention the massive amount of support and blood that the United States of America gave to China in order to help it to secure its freedom from a very unfriendly foreign invader. Trump wrote on Truth Social on Tuesday evening, alluding to the Pacific campaign fought by U.S. soldiers against Japan. Yeah, so you see America trying to throw in something that they did for them, like they helped them out, but they're not talking about all the death and pain that they caused. Right? That's how these devils work. Hey, you do something for them, they do something for you, hey, they won't let it die down. Many Americans died in China's quest for victory and glory. I hope that they are rightfully honored and remembered for their bravery and sacrifice. May President Xi and the wonderful people of China have a great and lasting day of celebration. Please give my warmest regards to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un as you conspire against the United States of America. You see that? That's end quote. So what type of, I guess, greetings or salutation or closing out is that? As you conspire against the United States. They are terrified, man. All right? Terrified. The Chinese leader used the occasion to present a series of new weapons of war in a clear show of might and drew a direct parallel with the past in a speech in which he said, today humanity again has to choose between peace and war. So, hey, so China, Putin, and China, Russia, and North Korea was flexing their muscle, man. All right? So you see the Edomites, America, Trump, terrified. Jeremiah 50 and 40 and 41. Let me see. Nope, let's start at verse 37. A sword is upon the horses. Let's start at 35. I'm sorry. A sword is upon the missiles, which is the Lord's weapons. It says the sword is upon the Chaldeans, America, and the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, said upon the a sword is upon the Chaldeans, these elites, which is these Edomites, going to America, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, and the sword is the missiles, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, America, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men, her leaders. It says, a sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. Let's get that word for dope. I got it before, I just forgot what it meant. Hebrew 29:73. Foolish, fool, lack, foolish, so stupid. And they shall dote, meaning look and feel and be foolish. Verse 36 again, and a sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men and soldiers, and they shall be dismayed, terrified. A sword is upon the horses and upon their chariots. The missiles are going to destroy all of their military vehicles, weaponry, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. The nations, the army, America, the army, and they shall become as women, weak, defenseless, frail, feeble. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed, spoiled. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up, for it is a land of graven images, and they are mad upon the idols. That's America. This is the only country, landmass, where you go to and worship all types of religions and thinking everything cool. It's a land of confusion. Therefore, the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands will dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. It's going to tell you why. As God Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. You see, so America is going to be destroyed just like Sodom and Gomorrah. A desert land, you get Isaiah 13, Isaiah 14, Isaiah 34, all throughout the scriptures. It says, behold, a people shall come from the north, a great nation, that's the Medes, that's Russia, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. North Korea, China, Iran, their allies, Turkey, their allies, and African nations. It says, they shall hold the bow and the lance. That's the nuclear weapon system. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, everyone put in array. That's the missiles. That Joel 2. Like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. See? America, the king of Babylon has heard the report of them. His hands wax feeble, you see? And we're starting to see that. The big three came together, and the king of Babylon, which is Trump, and he heard the report, and his hands waxed feeble. He terrified. We just read a report. Okay, he assuming stuff, which he wasn't wrong. But hey, just the fact that he put it out there, and Xi Jinping was like, "No, man, you tripping." Angles took a hold of him and pains as a woman on every side. You see? So hey, he plays finished, man. Let's close out with this right here. Jeremiah 51 and 27. Set up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her. Her being Babylon, America. It says, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, that's Turkey, Mini, and Ashkenaz, those Islamic nations. It says, appoint a captain against her. It says, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars, and the horses are the missiles. Joel 3, Revelation 9, prepare against her, prepare against America, the nation with the kings of the Medes, Russia, and the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. It says, and the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. And you could just keep reading, man, but hey, that's the point. But hey, so we're starting to see Trump and America, these citizens be terrified, man. Okay? They're paranoid and they're terrified. They know they got an end coming, man. What they did to these nations, man. So, hey, it's time to continue to press on. We're starting to see nations coming together, their alliances coming together, and really show forth their strength, to flex on America. And ultimately, it ain't going to be no flexing, man. It's going to be straight action, man. You know, Yahweh Shah on the way. He's right there by the sun on the way here. Yahweh Shah coming deep with the angels, hundreds and hundreds of thousands on. You know, prophecy playing out. They're building more and more prisons. They starting to send people to the most harsh prisons in the United States. Okay, a famine, all hell about to break loose. The troops already out. You got American Venezuela going at it. So hey, we here, man. There's a lot going on. Stay in the spirit, stay circumspect, continue to call in the names of Yahweh Shema Shai. We almost up out of here, man. Shalom.